Me on this. Can you put me on the big screen?
Please, any Modino in the house? Any moderator in the house? Then share.
Let's do this. Let's do this fast. Expanded. Okay. So oh yeah now. Oh yeah now. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, good. Thank you. So okay, good afternoon everybody. So this is Dawah class, or you can call me Lagbaja if you want to. So we'll be doing something today in computer science. I'll be taking around all the rudiments of the hardware components of a computer. But the basic thing is just this: a computer is just any device that processes data into what you call information. For instance, if you look at this. On the panel now, we have Temi Official, we have Abistoch, we have President General, we have AIG Candy. We have about 9. Is it 9? Yes. We have 9 people on the platform. Now, if you put this into a computer, you tell it to tabulate it. How many people are women? How many people are men? What you are doing is called processing. Now, you even storing it in a computer is you're still processing that. What the numbers you are giving it is called data. Anything that has to do with news, or that has to do with you giving something numbers, you giving something gender, you giving something color, that's actually a data. Anything that is news is called data. Now, when you process that data, maybe in your brain, it is
Your
called
screen
an
is not showing.
information.
No, Lagbaja, your screen is
I
not
know,
showing.
I know it's not showing. I know it's not
Okay,
showing.
okay.
Yeah, I know it's not showing. Now, whatever data that they give to you, like Mommy Abistosh just spoke English to me. In my brain, I have to process it. I am arranging those words together. It is a sentence. It is not showing. Those are 4 words. I am processing it in my brain. She sent data to my brain and I processed it and called it an information. That is the same thing a data does. And that is why we have computer. A computer is any device that you send data into and it
Mr.
processes.
Dawah, you are blank. Oh, we
I
cannot see
know.
you.
I know I'm
Okay.
blank. I know I'm blank. I know I'm blank. I'm just putting my this thing on this thing. So I know I'm blank. I only want us to hear what I'm saying first. Now, what I'm saying now is this. She just spoke to me now. And what did I do? In my brain, I am processing what she told me. If she does not make sense, like if she's speaking Chinese to me, that means she's only sending data that I don't understand and I can't process it. Therefore, I can't give it an information. She's not informing me of anything. So therefore, a computer is any device you send data to and it comes out as information. So we have different components of a computer. You've heard it this several times, and today we'll be treating the hardware components. We have the software components, which we'll still go to in our later classes. But for today, we have the hardware components. And many of us, we go to work, we say we use a computer. So today we'll be seeing the inside of a computer, how it looks like, the names of all these things, what are their functions, and we take a little bit of Microsoft Office, especially Microsoft Word today. We'll be also having Excel classes because I know many of our nurses, people in supermarkets, they make use of Microsoft Excel. You have a store, you have a warehouse, you make use of Excel. And how good are you in Excel? We'll actually be having advanced classes in Excel on this platform. So today, like I said, these are the components. I've actually disassembled them. You'll see this very often. This is actually a computer. I've actually opened them. You will see the inside. This is also a computer. This small thing is called a CPU. This is a very big CPU. This is a CPU. This is what you call a mouse. A mouse using what? USB port. This is a keyboard using USB ports. This is a laptop. All these are computers or brand parts of a computer. And this is also a computer, your mobile phone. This is also a computer. Why am I calling it a computer? Because in it, you have your screen, that is your monitor. You have your keyboard, and you have what is called the inside is the CPU. We're going to go there. Now, the major part of a computer is called a CPU. The meaning of CPU is Central Processing Unit. I can work on a stuff without a monitor. Yes or no? Because I can connect this to a TV. I can connect this to a phone. I can connect it to anything. But this is the major part of a computer, and it is called a CPU, Central Processing Unit. Why is it called a processing unit? It's because inside it, inside it, there's something underneath here called a processor. Now, in your phone also, there is a processor. That's why you'll be hearing iOS. That's how you'll be hearing Android. Those are the processing units of your phones. Now, this is a CPU that I just opened. And CPU come in different sizes. You can see this bulky one is a CPU. This small thing is also a CPU. This small thing you're seeing is also a CPU. You can see this one looks a bit rectangular. This look a bit square, and it's kind of very bulky. And they are majorly HP. We have HP. Those are brands. When you see HP laptop, HP this, those are just brands. I like the HP product though. Hewlett Packard. So inside it, we have so many things there. For anything to work, there must be power. Like I told you earlier, your phone is also what? A computer. A power. You are putting power into here, right? So also is what? Your CPU. At the back of your CPU, please, if you have children at home, if you have questions to ask me, please let them ask. The first thing you ought to know is that my computer is not working. Did you plug in your power very well? Did you plug in your power very well? This is where you plug in your power cord. All these places are USB ports. Including this. Some of our CPUs make use of HDMI. HDMI is another type of port. It's another type of, instead of you making of USB, you can also connect HDMI. You can see it is a bit different. The whole of a HDMI is different from that of what? Of USB. Now we also have serial ports. This is where you plug. Let me see. I'm going to check our store now. Then they call this PS2. What you have here, you plug your monitor to it. I'm going to get that shortly. And we plug our network cable here. Now, what is a network cable? A network cable, like I said, looks like something like this. This is a network cable, and you plug it like that. You can see that. That's a network cable. So instead of you making use of Wi-Fi, most of your systems at home, no, not at home, in your offices, make use of, if they're not making use of Wi-Fi, they make use of what? Internet cable. They call this a Cat6 cable. There's a Cat5 cable, or you just call it cable. You call it cable. I'm plugging my internet cable to my CPU. So how many ports do we have here? Don't forget, look at it again. We have the network ports. We have the USB ports. We have the HDMI ports. We call this the serial ports. We have this, the PS2. These are old school. Keyboards and mouse, they don't come in this format again. You plug in your mouthpiece, your earpiece. This is where you plug them to, and this is your power. This is your power. Please, in the comment section, I need people. Okay, I'm going to ask questions and make it very interactive. Mommy, in your brew, you can unmute yourself. Mommy, in your brew, are you there? She's not there. Okay, who should I call her? Mom.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm here. Just
yeah.
that I'm busy.
Okay, you are busy. Okay, there's a question for you, sir. Where is the question? Is there
About
CPU?
CPU in phone.
Okay, good. Is there CPU inside a phone? What you call your motherboard is actually what is called a CPU because it has a processor inside. Now, for your computer, you say, my phone has 6 gig RAM. In a computer, this is what is called a RAM. It is here. This is it. I'm going to bring it out. This is what is called a RAM. And the size is always mentioned there. This is, hold on. Me lojimo. Okay, this is 8 gig RAM. It is, so you key it back there. And your computer, once you open up, there's also a battery. You call this the CMOS battery. People in computer science classes, especially young students in teenage boys, they will be teaching you this in school. Now, this is for you to see how it looks like. This is a CMOS battery. Your data, your date and time, this is what stores it. This is what stores it. So if I remove it and I put on this computer now, the date and time will not be saved. It will not, you'll be able to save it while you're working, but once you switch it off and this battery is not there, it will not save again. Now, what you have here, one of the most important, but the most important part of the CPU is the processor, which is underneath here. Sometimes it is not in all CPUs that you find it here. HP, this brand looks like this. Let us look at another HP product. I'll put them side by side, and you see that what you have here is different from what you have here. But everything, both of them are called CPU. They all have the same thing. Now, on top of this place, there's a fan. You can see the fan in this one. It is exposed. There's a processor underneath. The processor gets hot. This fan, whenever you put on your computer, you'll be something like a fan blowing. This is the fan blowing inside. Okay. I showed you a battery here. The battery of this one is, okay. Let me put on the light. And you're going to see where they place the one for this one. So all motherboards, you can see it there. That's it there. That place there. That's the battery. This battery you're seeing here. So all motherboards are, all computers, all CPU, they are like this. They have the same components. They all have the same components. They all have a motherboard. They all have a processor. They all have a power pack. That is this. They all have a hard drive. This is the hard drive. They all have perhaps a CD-ROM. This is the CD-ROM where you can put in your CD. If I plug it, put power inside now, it would work. And all of them have all these components. They also have RAM. Without the RAM, the system will not work. And the meaning of RAM is read access memory. ROM is read only memory. Now, you're asked, the difference between a RAM and a ROM is this. In ROM, you are trying to look for how many gig is actually the hard drive. For this hard drive, if you check, for this hard drive, you can see this is 500 gig. For the RAM, it is 8 gig. ROM, 500 gig. RAM, 5 gig. So basically, this is what? A CPU. This is another CPU. Same HP, but different brands, different structure. You can see what we have here. The power pack of this one is very solid. Look at the power pack of this one. I can easily remove it. But the power pack of this one is screwed together. This is a newer version of HP. Also, it has its own place you plug the power. It has the place you plug the network cable. It has the same place. This one has just two USB ports, one HDMI port, one we call these serial ports for RJ45, and we call that's for the speakers. Please, guys, I would love you guys to power tap. I need you to power tap. If you have any question, let me know. Like I said, this is your keyboard. This is your mouse. Why is it called a mouse? Because it looks like a rat in your house. You can see how it looks like. That's where they got the name from. This is also a CPU. You can see that this is very small, but very, very effective.
Mr.
In
Dawah,
fact,
we have the question.
what does
the power pack do?
What does a power pack do? Okay, very good question. Let me show you what a power pack is. Now, this is a power pack. Okay, sorry, this is a power cable. What I have here is a power cable. Sorry, this is my work office. This is a power cable. If I plug this into the power pack, like this, like that, can you see that? I plug it in. So it is what gets power. Inside it, now let me just give you an illustration. You plug this to the wall. Perhaps in some, I don't know what you guys have in your countries. Perhaps it might be 240 volts and things like that. Now it takes in direct current. Inside here, we have transformers and things like that. It's going to beat down the current. This is a power pack. It beats down the current and sends it into the motherboard. It sends it into the motherboard. All what you see here, there are power cables. All these things here. There are power cables, all these things. There are power cables that this, you can see it is connected. Where's this light again? You can see that there are, all those cables come from the power pack and sends power to the board. From the power pack, this place, it sends power to the board. The hard drive receives power. The RAM receives power. The processor receives power. Don't forget, this is where the processor is. This is where the processor is. The processor receives power. There's a transformer there too. It has a fan here too that blows the processor. We have the RAM receives power. The CD-ROM also receives power. This is where you put in your CD from the front. It receives power and things like that. So that's the main essence of a power pack. This is a power pack. This is a power pack. It also functions as your power here for your phone. Like I said, your phone is also a mini computer because there are so many softwares that run on your computer, on your phone now, that makes it function like a computer. You have your keyboard on your computer. Some are now screen touches. It also has a monitor, that is your screen. And the motherboard of your phone is also functioning as what? The motherboard of a system. It also has a processor. It also has a processor. When you see all these adverts of phones too, you're going to tell you, oh, this is the processor, it uses so processor and that. So your phone also is a mini computer. So that is what we have for a CPU. Now, this is just the CPU you basically use in your offices. Good. But we have we have mad CPUs. If you take a look at here, these are all CPUs, but we call them servers. That in your data center, they run as servers. But I'm not going to go there. But we're going to just treat the basic ones, which are just the CPU you have in your offices. So I've dissected them, and let me go again through the parts. I said your CPU consists of a power pack. That is this one. This one, they've screwed it down. This is a newer version of HP. They screwed it down. You have your power pack. You have your hard drive. That is this one. You have your RAM, which I removed earlier. That is this. Your RAM. We have your processor, which is always underneath. It is not always visible. It's always here. You have your CD-ROM, and you have some cables that run inside this. And don't forget that we have what is called a CMOS battery. So in your computer science classes, they would have told you all these things, but this is you seeing them physically. I told you also about the external parts of your CPU where you can make plug-ins. You have where you can put your power cable inside. You have where you can put your earpiece there. That's your AirPods. You also have, these are old school keyboard and mouse ports. You have where you have your serial cables. You have your HDMI. You have your USB, you have your internet cable ports. I showed you what an internet cable is earlier. An internet cable has this kind of mouth. It has this kind of mouth which you plug to your computer. So if you're not making use of Wi-Fi, you make use of LAN cables. So this is what you call LAN cable. So that's the basis of CPU. And I told you this is the most important part. Every one of us has seen what a keyboard is. The keyboard of your phone also has the same format as the keyboard. The keyboard of your phone is also having the same format as a normal keyboard. A normal keyboard, you have your ASD, FG, HGKL. The same format. There's no difference. I don't know if you can see this clearly. So it has the same format. Good. And we're going to go. I told you this is a CPU, this is a mouse. You have your earpiece. And so let's go to my desk and we'll see what's up. So, so like I said, here is a laptop. And a laptop is also a computer. Now, I've told you the functions of your keyboard. This is a monitor or your screen. Now, the CPU of this laptop is this is a complete computer. Instead of that one that is bulky, that has different parts, a laptop is one that has everything assembled as a unit. Now, this is my own laptop. Not all laptops can do what I'm doing now. Let me just show you that. Not all laptops can do this. Mine is actually a 360. Let me just show you what I just did now. Not all laptops can do this, so don't go and bend your laptop. So we're back. Now, so a little thing, if you are facing your laptop now and you are told to search for the version of your computer, don't forget, this is a mouse. My mouse is actually Bluetooth. And they told you to search for the version of computer you're using. Don't forget, let me just, should I start from beginning? No, I don't need to. Let's do this. Just, if this is your screen, your normal home screen, and somebody told you that your computer, how many RAM is it, what's the size of this thing, what's the version? Now what you have to do is this. I'm paused. Hello, am I still paused?
No, you are not paused.
Somebody is saying I'm paused.
Go to Shelebita, now you're blank. Go to Shelebita.
Can people see me?
No.
We
The
can see
other
your
phone one, Rio.
we can see your screen. We can see your screen. We can
No,
see
all the avatar lórí panel nìkan ni. Àwọn yòókù ò ní rí wọn tó wà ní comment section orí wọn.
Oh God.
Wọ́n ní wọ́n ti rí wọn sí. Ẹ tún ti rí. Yeah.
What's happening?
Okay, now yes. Okay, now a brief one before we go into the word. Now, if we're going to treat this later, like Microsoft Word. This one is very easy. Sharp. We can finish it within 30 minutes. We can see him. Okay, good. Now, they ask you a very good question, like, what is the brand of laptop you're using? Now, from your desktop, on your keyboard, press this key. If you don't know the key, it's on your screen too. This one that looks like Windows, you press it. If you don't want to press it, this one that looks like briefcase, is called file. This is your mouse. When I say left click, this is left click. When I say right click, this is right click. Left, right. Now, I'll tell you to, if you want to check the version of the computer you're using, you right click on file. If you don't want to right click, you can just double click it. Right click, it opens File Explorer. Let's see what happens. Now from here, you drag it down. You go to your local, your PC, this PC, you right click, then you go to properties. You go to properties or properties, whatever you want to call it. Emma Binu. Now, your properties is going to tell you everything about your laptop. Everything about your laptop. Now you can see it's going to tell you your storage. Like mine is going to tell me my storage, how much storage I've used. I've used 190 gig out of 238 gig. It's going to tell me my graphics card, what kind of graphics card I'm using, giving me all the information about this. It's going to tell me what's the gig. Now, if you go to your, if you want to buy a laptop and they say, oh, madam, this one are 8 gig, this one are 16 gig. On it, tell them to on it. Then this one is going to tell you from properties. My own laptop now is 8 gig. You can see my processor. Now for your phone, it's also in your phone. If you go to about of your phone, it's going to tell you, no, I'm not going to open files, I understand. This thing is going to tell you how many, your processor. I'm using an i7. This is my processor, 190 gig. That's the frequency, the Intel Core i7. It's going to tell me my processor, the installed RAM, the device, the product ID is going to tell me how many bits I'm using, 64 bits, and my screen is actually a screen touch. That is why it's telling me it is a pen and touch. Pen and touch. That means where's my pen? I can use what is called a light pen. Hold on. Most of your phones, like Note series, make use of pen. So this is okay. Good. A pen looks like this. A pen looks like this. People call it pen, but in IT we call it light pen. Light pen. You can use it to touch surfaces. You understand? You can see how crispy that looks. Very, very easy to use. So it's going to give you all that. It's going to also give you your Windows version. Windows version is the what Windows is installed. If you're using a Mac is going to also tell you what Mac version the Windows installed in it. This is an 1124H2 version. It was installed March this year. OS build is going to give you all the information of your system. So if you want to get a laptop, basically I've just told you what to do. Tell them to open it, double click on files, then go to this PC, hold it down or right click on it, go to properties, and it's going to come here. You can see what it just did. It's going to come here. So if you want to check your laptop, check how fast your laptop is, the properties of your laptop. These are the things that you should check. Now, we know that this guy made something called Microsoft Office. So in your office, you do so many things there. I'm closing my camera for now. In your office, you do so many things there. You run so many errands. If you are a secretary, you say you are in your office. Your guy will tell you, oh yeah, go and type this document, go and do this, go and do that. They'll tell you that, okay, on your blackboard, draw a table that contains, when you were doing your work, draw a table that contains that blah blah blah, in 6 columns, 10 rows, and things like that. They give you all these things, but a computer can do it very easy for you. That is why somebody created what you call a Microsoft Office, so that you feel as if you're in your office. Whatever you are doing in your office that is manual, this office, this Microsoft Office, is a group of software they put together. One of them is the Microsoft Word. One of them is the Microsoft Excel. One of them is PowerPoint. You have also Notepad. You have all these things to help you in your, instead of you want to pay salary for about 200 people. Would you now be drawing a piece, you'll be drawing a table that contains 200 columns and 200 rows and showing all the amounts and how much you pay them, how much you're going to deduct. No, we don't need to go through all this stress. That is why I said a computer makes your work easy. That is why we have what is called a Microsoft Office. So the first thing we are going to talk about is the Microsoft Word. If you are a secretary, or you're writing your project, or you are doing things that has to do with a long list of words. For instance, you are a novelist, you are a journalist that types so many words. So instead of you writing it in a book, you could actually write it using the Microsoft Word. What is the Microsoft Word? The Microsoft Word looks like this. The Microsoft Word looks like this. It's just like a piece of paper. In fact, this is a picture. This is a sorry, layout. Sorry, I don't want to sign in. I don't want you people to see mine. So we're going to go into this in our next class, but in our next class, we'll be treating the Microsoft Word, how to go around the Microsoft Word. You have so many things at the top of the Microsoft Word. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You have the file, you have the home, you have the insert, you have the design, layout, references, mailing, review, view, help. Now, how can you type a very good document? How are you going to save it? How are you going to change colors in it? How are you going to make something capital letter with this kind of color, with this? This is what we're going to do in our next class. Our next class, we will be dealing with the Microsoft Office. I think we should be able to finish that in one lesson. Then Microsoft Excel, this is the one I know we're going to spend much time in it because it is cumbersome. It has so many formulas in it that we would have. You have your own business, you want to know how to manage numbers. That is how Excel is built. So we're going to go into that. So I want to first pause now and ask, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Comment section, do we have any questions? If you want me to go back to the CPU, I can go back to it. Your monitor is just like a screen. There's nothing very attached to a monitor. Your monitor is just this. Sometimes they also call it VDU, Virtual Display Unit. VDU, your Virtual Display Unit. This is just it. Your keyboard, you can see for a laptop, it is attached to it. The memory, the CPU, your laptop, your keyboard rests on your CPU in a laptop. This is your monitor, your mouse. You have this, it's called a mouse pad. Instead of you carrying a mouse up and down, you could actually use here for your mouse. You can see, and what you have here is called a cursor. A cursor moves up and down. That thing that you're seeing on the screen moving up and down is what you call a cursor. CUSOR. So do we have any questions? Okay, we'll be having photography on Saturday, I think, tech.
Yeah,
Hello, sir. Will we be able to learn how to animate on a PC?
Would you be able to animate on a PC?
Yes.
Have you started coding classes?
Have you? No. But you said you have been taught in school.
No, like not that type of coding. No.
For you to animate, you have to learn coding. And do you want to go into that? Let me help. What do you want to learn in IT?
Animation.
I want to learn animation.
You want to be a gamer? You want to make games?
I want to animate. I want to be an animator. Save.
Like making video games?
Yes. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Basically, yes. Okay, so it's just a bit of coding, and there are some boot camps online for that. And I could actually just give you the foundation about that. But do you have a personal laptop?
Well,
Yes.
no.
Yes, we
Wait, we
do.
do? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Laptop.
Okay, okay. So the first thing you have to know now is to be very frequent with your keyboard. Know it very well how to. Like me, it's not like I use all my fingers, but at least I use about 6 to 8 of them to type, and I don't really look at what I'm typing. So get yourself very conversant with the keys where they are, because when you start coding, if you make a mistake, your animations might go wobbly, and you just have to be very, very patient. Gaming is very good in IT. It's something that most people are not too. They're not really into it. Like the PlayStations, the Xboxes. Those things were created by IT gamers, so it's a very good thing for you to do. Okay, so the thing here is this: get yourself involved with conversant with your keyboards first. Once you know that, then perhaps I would speak to mom to put you in some coding classes. That's how old are you?
How do you?
I'm 9.
Oh, good. That's good. That's good. There are boot camps for 6 to 9, 9 to 12. So perhaps you could first of all go for that for 6 to 9, since you have not started too deep yet. So for the 6 to 9 is just introduction. They're just going to give you the basics of how those animations work. But 9 to 12 are a bit so, but that's not my own part of IT. But I could help your mom get you into those classes. But the first thing I would advise is that get to know your keyboard very well.
Okay, sir. Okay. Say thank you.
Thank you.
It's okay, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll talk to you, sir. Yeah.
Okay, man, no problem, mommy. Yemi. Thank you very much. What's the best computer for, say, t-shirt printing? Would like to know as my baby brother needs it. What's the best computer for t-shirt printing? T-shirt printing. Printing is not okay, your son is trying to come up. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to answer. My babies are up. Oh, don't worry. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I've told you it's not. This class is not for our Agbaya mummies. Sorry for calling our mummies Agbaya. I've told you. I'm here for my aburos. Okay. For t-shirt printing, please, you have to meet there are some tailors that do it. It is not a part of IT. It is not a part of IT. Graphics printing. Please, moderators, we have some mommies that want to bring up their kids. Please help, 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 help. Do we have any other question? The design aspects. Okay, Prof. Okay, I understand. The person should just go and learn graphics printing.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Hello,
Hello, how are you doing?
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, is there I want to learn a way how to control Scratch in a computer.
What is Scratch?
Scratch.
Is a type of coding.
Ah,
You want to control it.
Yes, I want to learn how to use it.
What level are you in coding? What are you? What aspect of coding are you in?
JSS 3.
aspect of computer. How? I don't understand.
I want to understand what you are coding. That's the question. What are you coding?
Like, there's an app on
Called
my
Scratch.
school. Yes, the name is Scratch. I want
Okay.
to learn how to use it. I don't
Okay, this
understand.
is what we're going to do. By next week, I'm not into coding, But I would, because of you, learn it within a week. That scratch you're talking about. So be here next week. Is
Okay,
that
sir.
okay?
Day and time. Ask now.
Sir, which day and which time?
What day,
Okay,
please?
that'll be next week Sunday, and because of you, I'll try to start early and give it to you for about 1 hour. I'll focus on that for 1 hour. Is that okay? Maybe
Yes,
4 p.m.
thank you, sir.
4 p.m. Okay.
Thank you, sir. We are very grateful.
No problem.
Yeah, calm down.
I am not into coding. I'm not into coding, but for that I'll just try and learn it within a week. Okay. I'll learn that
Yes, sir.
scratch. I'll learn that scratch within a week, inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay, baby, soft life. I'll go through it. Python and Java will make you crazy. Kudos to programmers. Kabubi, do you know that you could actually learn that within 2 days? You could actually learn that within 2 days. There's this place. It will even give you certifications. So let me even see if they have and how many hours they will use to teach me. Okay, please. Do we have any other question? Do we have any other questions? My kids, come up. Oh, my abros. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell mommy to bring you up. Moderators, I'm waiting for them, please. Now, for our mommies that their kids are undecided on what part of IT, or you want them to go into IT, there's I'll just tell you, let them start early so that they'll build the interest on time. There are coding classes for as early as 6 years old. I know about those boot camps online, and they are not that expensive. If you don't want them to go into that, let them learn cybersecurity. Honestly speaking, there is no company, I repeat it again, that does not have a cybersecurity expert in it. Because so far you guys are making use of computers, you could be attacked by anybody. So a cybersecurity expert is someone who even knows how to hack and knows how to defend the hackers. So it's very lucrative, and they are wanted in any part of the world. Okay. So, okay. Did you say for us to let the children play games and just time them? Just time them. That's what I'll just tell you, mom of boys. Just give them time, and don't let them get too addicted. Don't let it. It's better for them to even know how they created those games. That's why I even love the question posed by kids of Momishi Yamishi too. Like, instead of even you playing those games, of course, we have people that play game a lot. There are even competitions on it on internet that I see them win thousands of dollars. But why don't you create it yourself and put it on Android or App Store, or you having a physical game of it? Good. Mom of boys, that's very good. Good. Baby Soft Life, you set my mind. You set my mind. And even if they want to play with strangers, they should be monitored. That's what I'll just say. So, is there any other question? I intend ending this class by 5, and that's why I don't want to go too deep in all these matters. So, I'm trying to check the place I get certifications to see if they can give me a 1-week class on Scratch. But this Scratch looks like that for kids. Okay, 16 hours of lectures. Okay, let me show you what I'm seeing so that no, don't worry. I'll just I'll try and go through this within a week, and inshallah, I'll be able to take my abro on it, and any other person that wants to learn how to go in Scratch programming. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Do we have any other question? My abros. So whenever mommy on Sunday by 4 p.m., I'll take it from 4 to 6. I'll do your Scratch programming class from 4 to 5. Then treat Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word from 5 to 6. Is that okay? Please, where can we learn software testing free online? Stop video victimization. Chat me up in the DM. I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna show you where. Do you have any other question? Okay, so Mommy Nyashiro, are you still there?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Dawah. We are grateful.
So let's go back to our programs, and it's a wrap from me. Thank you very much,
Bless you,
everybody.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Dawah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, sir.
Like me,
Mr. Dawah, thank you very much.
like
God
me,
bless you.
I discover my son. The both of them, but the big one, he always draw cartoon by himself. He will be giving them names, just like we have in all these roadblocks. This parrot, is it Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig? As they have their character and they name them. So anytime if he's on the computer on his phone, he has his paper. When he first started, we'll be drawing them different character, be tearing it, giving them names. So he has them all. So he has been doing this for like years. So that was when I was like,
Okay.
maybe he was liking to build some gaming character.
Okay.
And since then we've been trying to see. Have
Mommy,
you got good dates
Mommy,
here, sir?
this is what I'll just tell you and every mother that is here. Please and please, they call us geeks just because, number one, we spend much hours staring at a screen. And most of us, our eyes are always the problem. So please, once they want, try to limit the distance between them and whatever screen they use, or you get them what you call a screen protector, okay? If you see them very addicted to programming or you're coding, they would try and be doing things for hours and they're on their screen. Please tell them, get screen protector so that they wouldn't be using glasses at early ages.
Okay, sir.
Because IT is an addiction. So I see you're putting on glasses too. That's why I actually just wait there. I also put on glasses too. So they call us geeks, but they don't know that it's because we strain our eyes on the system too much. So thank you very much.
I will chat you up, sir. I will send you a message so at least you can give us some ideas
No
on how to
problem.
do about the animation. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you very much, everybody. I have to drop now. Thank you. It's 6 o'clock. I have to drop. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
That was a good one. In your show, in your Buru, this celeste stuff that you were playing.